Italy and France, both sides in blue. Italy sporting the blue circles with a tricolore on the shoulders. France in blue with the golden fleur-de-lis on front and back. Oh, and a good shot with the shield there. Hard knock into the barrier. Just look at him teeing off on the French fighter. But he gets a grip of his foot, trying to get the takedown. Oh, and a hard shot from the back. And now it's two French fighters against one Italian on the left-hand side of the list. And there's the stoppage. 3 against 1 it was. And that's a first round win for France, 3-0.
Italy 0, France wins.
And here we go, round number 2, France versus Italy. France coming off a comprehensive win in the first round, 3-0 over unlucky Italians. And a rather cautious start. Now we go right into the action. Oh, what a hard shot to the back of the head with a poleaxe. And a good shot by the French fighter, taking the Italian down. And if there's one space I wouldn't want to be in right now, then it's the spot of the marshals. In fights like this, anything can happen, and you really don't want to be too close to the action there if you're wearing the yellow dresses. And there goes the Italian. And that's the win for France.
France 1, Italy 0. France wins.
France win this fight over Italy in a 2-round victory.
Next fight.
Proti Američanům nastupuje další tým Itálie.
So now we have the United States up against the other remaining Italian team. And the fight is already underway. And the United States proved again that they are a very competitive team. Lots of blue and red and white down there now. A hard shot with the poleaxe. And there's the takedown, and that's the stoppage.
Stop fight. USA for Italy 0. Ukraine 1, Poland 3. Please prepare. Ukraine 1, Poland 3. Please prepare.
Here we go with round number 2, Italy versus the United States. Oh, hard shot with a poleaxe there to the back of the head. That must have hurt. One of the Italian fighters catching a spare weapon there. Oh, and a good dodge against the American, letting him crush into the barrier. Oh, and hard shots with a poleaxe. Look at his head just wiggling around after those shots. He's being chopped down like a cherry tree.
Stop
And that's the
fight,
stoppage,
stop
that's the
fight.
stoppage. The yellow flags in between. And we have a result. 4-0 victory for the United States.
Next fight.
Congratulations on the victory.
Argentina
Is the selection process to become a member, a fighter of Team USA, a difficult one? What do you have to do to become a fighter in Team USA?
You really have to show that you can bring it and that you're dedicated and that you're working out and trying to be the best fighter we can be. We're representing our country.
How many hours do you have to train every week?
I train for my job. I ride a bicycle, I'm a police officer, so that's my training.
What do you like about this kind of sport?
There's no gray area. You're either down or you're not. There's no cheating, it's just you win or you don't.
Do you think this kind of sport is developed in the US?
It's starting to really get big. I really think it's going to get big sooner.
Thank you very much. We wish you good luck.
Thank you.
Always keep in mind that these men are not in there to hurt each other. They're in there for the contest, they're in there to win. But safety is always the major concern. And a good attack from the Ukrainian fighter, but he fails to get the takedown, so he tries to shift his target, and he's successful with that. Good takedowns. And I think the Polish fighter seems to be in some pain.
Stop fight.
Oh yes, he definitely is in pain.
Ukraine 5, Poland 0. Ukraine wins.
Oh, that must have hurt. But he seems to be all right. He's getting back up. Ukraine are ready, Poland are ready, and if you can read what's on the shield, 3 hugs on the Polish fighter's shield, then you're probably too close, because then you're within reach. And here we go, round number 2. Aggressive start from one of the Polish fighters, trying to get into the back of his opponents, but he's taken down quickly. Ah, look at those kicks. And the fight is already over. A 5-0 victory for Ukraine.
Ukraine wins.
Veni, vidi, vici. I came, I saw, I won. That's the motto for the Ukrainians in this fight, probably. Argentina versus Italy. Argentina in light blue and white, Italy in plain blue with the tricolore on the shoulders. And a trip takedown, I think. No, the Argentinian recovered. And I think the shield of the Argentinian fighter is coming off, as he's being brutalized by 2 Italians now in the corner there. Not a good start for the Argentinians, and I think that's a stoppage. Marshals are intervening. I'm afraid we need the medics. Yes, it would seem so. It seems we need the medics on site.
Ale tady nám v rohu leží jeden z bojovníků, který utrpěl nějaké zranění, tak snad bude v pořádku.
Italy 4, Argentina 0. Italy
And there we have the
wins.
confirmation of the result. Italy wins this first round as the medics enter the list.
Ale zdá se, že Italové skutečně půjdou do bitvy s 5 lidmi.
I have to explain the situation. Italy wanted to drop one fighter because Argentina is outnumbered, and Argentina fighters, when they realized that, asked Italy to bring their fighter back because they wanted to fight with 5.
Ano, teď jsme slyšeli vysvětlení od maršála. Argentina si přála, aby Italové nastoupili v plném počtu, nechce žádnou úlevu.
Circondateli, si stanno riunendo tutti di lato. Bravi, circondateli. Circondateli, bravo, bravo.
Italové hned zatlačili Argentince do rohu.
Jeden z italských bojovníků teď přišel o zbraň, ale rychle si běží pro další. A první z bojovníků je na zemi a jedná se o argentinského válečníka. A tady osekávají dokonce 3 Italové jednoho bojovníka z Argentiny, ale už tu máme konec. Vítězí Itálie.
Italové podle očekávání vítězí v této bitvě. Ale Argentina nastoupila ve 4 a zaslouží si také potlesk.
Italy wins. Next fight.
So, Argentina is here with us right now. I know that you're a 5-1 versus 5. How is your training different from the training to become 5 versus 5?
The training is important. Each club have a special training for the fighter. Each club decide to which fighter is allowed to fight in the national team. So we make tournaments to know who are the better fighters to be in the national team and who have to be in the first team and in the second team.
Okay. Thank you very much. Wish you good luck.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Rusové a Moldované už jdou do boje. Moldovan už je na zemi. Rusové se opravdu se svými soupeři nepázou.
Osekávají dokonce ruští Moldavana. A máme tu konec.
A máme vítěze. Tím je Rusko.
Russia 5, Moldova 0. Russia wins. Medical team, please come to the big list. Medical team, please come to the big list.
Ale tady bohužel jeden utrpěl zranění. A zřejmě bude potřeba lékař. Bohužel ke konci zranění přibývají.
Какая там травма? Кажется, что... Не, ну как бы мы... Все уже попали.
Russia 3, Moldova 0. Russia wins.
Rusko vítězí, ale předpokládám, že tak hlavně zajímá, zda jejich kamarád pořádku a zdá se, že ano.
Огромное спасибо.
Next fight. Mexico 1, Poland 3. Teams, please come to the list.
I know that you are a team captain of Argentina. Isn't it difficult to cope with male fighters?
No, really no. In Argentina we fight together, so it is normal for us.
Are you a fighter yourself?
Yes, I'm a fighter of 1 versus 1 triathlon.
Did you fight today?
No, I fought yesterday.
Who decides on the strategy of the team? You personally, or this is a team effort?
No, we working on team. The different person say what they think, and I take the last decision, but I work in team.
Thank you very much. We wish you good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
The list is already in the shade of the trees. Still a few beams of sunlight coming through the leaves on the trees as we head into the first round of Poland versus Mexico. Now, can Mexico get the upset here, or will Poland take the victory that most of the people here around are expecting? And those Mexicans are a tough bunch, I can tell you that. And why was the list left open there? And the Mexicans. And the fight is stopped, I think, or is it? One Mexican going up against one Polish fighter. I can see another Polish fighter still on his feet on the Mexican side of the list. A very close fight there. Will we see the Mexican upset, or will the Polish take the victory? And now he trips him over his dropped opponent. And that's the 1-0 victory for Poland.
Poland 1, Mexico 0. Arnold Podgierny from Polish team gets yellow card for beating on the knee.
And a yellow card for one of the Polish fighters for a strike to the back of the knee. One of the most dangerous things you can do in this sport, because the back of the knee is one of the areas that are hardly covered.
Arnold Podgierny has yellow card for beating the backside of the knee.
It's one of the areas of the body that's hard to defend, hard to cover with armor. And I can see now a couple of Russian fighters around the medical area talking to their injured comrade.
Tak první kolo ovládli Poláci. Následuje tedy odveta mezi Mexikem a Polskem.
And here we go, Mexico versus Poland. Round number 2, and a Mexican fighter quickly dropped there.
První, kdo je u země, tedy bojovník, který nemůže pokračovat, je z Mexika. Ale jinak se zatím všichni
And he's been
rytíři drží
brutalized now by 2 Polish fighters in the corner, and I only see 1 Mexican fighter still standing. And the fight is over. 4-0 victory for Poland in round number 2. A much more comprehensive win than in the first round. And if I understand the gestures right, then the Mexican, the injured Russian fighter has probably suffered a wrist injury, going by the gestures that I can see down there at the medical center.
Igor Alegerski from Polish team gets yellow card for breaking out the arm.
And one of the Polish fighters has now received a yellow card for a submission lock, for an arm lock against the rules. Keep in mind, holding a joint like arm or a leg against the natural motion direction of that joint is illegal. And we are on the way with Czech Republic versus Italy. And a good takedown by the Czech fighter. And he'll now try to come to the aid. Oh, what a shot to the back of the head of the Italian fighter. And a veritable cluster forming now in the lower corner of the field, with 1 Italian and 1 Czech fighter just swinging away at each other on the other side of the list. Just look at those punches with a shield. Trying to go for the takedown now.
Teď jsou v rohu 2 Italové na jednoho Čecha, ten se ale nezdává.
And one of the Czech fighters now coming to the aid of his teammate, and the Italian fighter catching up. Look at him just chopping him down. 2 Czech fighters, 3 Italians, outnumbered now. Oh, what a hard shot. And the Italian is out under the barrier, thus he's out of the fight. So it's 2 against 2 now. And 1 against 1, that's where we stand. And just look at the crowd chanting.
Tahle bitva zvedla diváky ze sedadel. Kdo ji vyhraje? Čech nebo Ital?
And one of the Italian fighters trying to grab a hold of the Czech fighter. And that's a win for Italy. 1-0.
Italy 1, Czech Republic 0. Italy wins. Australia 1, France 2. Please prepare for the next fight. Australia 1, France 2. Please prepare for the next fight.
Czech Republic ready, Italy ready for round number 2. Czech Republic in red and blue, Italy in plain blue, and there's something still lying around there. And here we go, Czech Republic versus Italy, round number 2. Italy have won the first round, 1-0. Oh, and a hard shot into the berry on the Czech fighter there.
Ano a na zemi už je italský i český borec, ale v tuto chvíli tu máme souboj 4 proti 4.
And a good shot to the back of the Italian fighter as they clinch up against the barrier now. Bad shots to the leg. Trying to hit his legs out under him there.
Máme tu tady takové 4 mini souboje. Tak už pouze 3.
That's a massive clinch up there by the fence. Look at the good knees. The Czech fighter seems to be KO but still standing. That's all I can say about him. He looks absolutely flattened. But it's not like his Italian opponent could do any more than he's already doing. And the Italian going down, then it's 2 against 1 now. Now what's he going to do? He's got to try and get the trip takedown. But of course, when you're up against the fence, the biggest advantage the Italian fighter has now, he's only attackable from one side, and that side is being blocked by the Czech fighter clinching him. So hard for the other Czech fighter now to get a grip of him. And there he gets the takedown, to the delight of the home crowd.
Češi se ještě jednou postaví Italům.
So Italy and the Czech Republic go to a third and decisive round in their fight. The Czech fighters getting fired up before the last round. And so are their Italian opponents. And here we go. Round number 3, Czech Republic versus Italy in front of the Czech crowd here. And a quick takedown on one of the Italian fighters. And I'm afraid he seems to be injured. Yes, he's signaling he's injured. And I think we have an injury. And now that we have an interruption, can someone please interrupt the fight? And that's the end. That's the end to the fight. 1-0 victory for the Czech Republic. And now the Italian fighter can finally be taken care of. I don't understand why the fight has not been interrupted for the treatment of the injured Italian fighter. He's still on the ground and he's signaling towards his left shoulder.
Italy 1, Czech 1. Italy 0, Czech 1.
Češi slaví vítězství proti Itálii.
And now I'm afraid we're going to need the medics on site.
It was quite a difficult fight. You won, though, yeah? What helped you to win?
I don't know really what happened, but it was a really hard fight for us. It was team who's we fight in last Battle of Nations, and we have trouble this team. I think last year we have three remises with this team, and now this fight will be one chance to get to the other level of this tournament. So we are very happy that we win this, and I think that's all what I should say.
Thank you very much. We wish your team to win.
And here we go. Australia versus France. We are on the way. And one of the French fighters on the ground. I see an Australian having taken down a French fighter, and a nice dodge there that led to a French fighter being on the ground. And that's looking good, and that's the stoppage, I think. Yes, there is. Round one goes to Australia. And here we go, Australia versus France. Round number two. And a cautious start now from both sides. Captain Bryce Light by the Australian captain now charging.
Se rozjela pořádná mela mezi Francií a Austrálií.
Oh, and a hard shot to the helmet there. And I think the marshal is signaling, yes, stand down. The visor popped open for a moment there. And that's the end already, I think. It should be the end. It is the end. It is the end. 2-0 victory for France. 4-0 in the second round, and they win both rounds and go through.
Australia 4, round 0. Australia wins. Russia, sorry. Russia 3, US.
And here we go, Russia versus the United States. I don't think I need to tell you which is which. But just in case you just tuned in and have never seen the United States flag, then let me tell you, America, that's the guys in blue, red and white with the stars on the surcoat. And Russia, that's the guys in white and gold and black. And one of the Russian fighters taken down by the United States. And that is just about as much of an upset as a win of the United States would be. United States fighter on the ground now as well. So it's equal now. And now the Russians outnumbering the United States. And now just chopping away. And that's the unsurprising win. Only the outcome is a little surprising. 2-0 for Russia.
Russia 2, USA 0. Russia wins.
Russia versus the USA. Round number 2. And the sun has now fully set behind the trees of Petrin Hill. And it's now getting dark and darker here.
Druhé kolo mezi Ruskem a USA může začít. Vše odstartuje maršál ve žluté.
United States ready, Russia ready, and off we go with round number 2. Cautious start now from the Russian state. Learned from their mistakes from the first round.
Zatím stále pokračuje bitva 5 proti 5.
Oh, and the Russian knocked down by the United States fighter. Well done there. Good takedown. And this is getting close and closer. And I think one of the Russian fighters is now being taken out. And now it's 2 against 1. And this could actually end in a win for the United States over Russia in this round. But try and get these Russian bears to the ground. They're just so strong on their feet. And the American now hacking away on the Russian fighter. But surrender is not a word that exists in the Russian language. And they're just trying to chop him down there.
Russian warrior still stays on his feet.
This is absolutely insane. This is absolutely incredible. He just won't go down no matter how much punishment the Americans are dealing to him. And everybody is on their feet now. The entire stand is... The crowd is standing in the stands. I guess that's where the name comes from. And they're cheering for the United States. They want the upset. They want the surprise. They want the Russian men to go down, to kiss the sand of Prague. This is just so intense. Look at that. He simply won't give up. He simply won't go down. Look at those shots with the shield to the back. And he's still fighting back. Absolutely amazing courage.
Tribuny na nohou a stále sledují tuhle bitvu, možná nejdelší, kterou jsme tady dnes měli.
And now their crowds are chanting Russia, Russia. And now they got him off balance. And he's down! Russia is down. That's a win for the United States. 1-1 in the general score. And United States win this fight 1-0. I don't think I've ever seen a Russian team being defeated that way.
Ukraine won, Australia won. Please prepare.
And as much respect as I have for the United States, that is a huge upset. We're standing at 1-1. That means we head into the final and decisive third round. And now let's see whether the Russians can come back from this surprising defeat, or whether the United States can take the momentum into the last round and deliver what would be the greatest upset of the entire day. And here we go, round number 3, Russia versus the United States. Two men on the ground, one on either side. And now the numerical advantage for Russia.
Russia is going to dominate.
And now the Russian here comes the punishment for the upset in round number 1. In round number 2, pardon me. And this looks now like a beating handed to the United States fighters by the Russians.
Stop fight!
And the fight is stopped. It's over. Russia deliver the comeback. Russia deliver the punishment.
Russia 4, USA 0. Russia wins.
The fight between Russia and America has been amazing. The second round especially. What helped to win in the second round?
Just the heart of those guys defending each other, defending their brothers. Russia is the best team in the world. We know this. A lot of us fought in IMCF, which we love, but we needed to come, and we fought and won the championship last year, but we needed to fight the best in the world. And those guys, several of them are really new. There are new guys, and they have the heart and the belief that to help each other, help their brothers to try to achieve victory over the best team in the world.
You were coming between the rounds. You were coming in the lead.
Here
what were you
comes the
saying?
Ukraine.
I was just, for the most part, to protect who is going to fight next to who and protect each other. Protect Anthony, our greatest fighter, our team captain.
Thank you very much. Good luck.
And here we go. Ukraine versus Australia. Australia in green and yellow. And one of the Australian fighters already on the ground, tripped by the Ukrainians. But the Australians are not guys to just give out. Look at the beating Bryce Lightbody is taking. And now he's on the ground, and that's the end. That should be the end. It should be. It is. Brilliant kick takedown from the Australian after the flag has gone.
Ukraine 5, Australia 0. Ukraine wins!
Ukraine ready, Australia ready. And here we go. And two Australian guys quickly are down on the ground, and that turns into a massacre now. Look at the Ukrainians teeing off on the Australian fighters. Just punishment being dealt here. And that's the stoppage, 5-0.
Ukraine 5, Australia 0. Ukraine wins!
Argentina, as I said before, only 4 men suited for battle.
Argentina 2, Poland 3.
And I'm wondering if the Argentinians have demanded from Poland that they field 5 men as well. Looks like it. The marshal now checking on the armor of one of the Argentinian fighters, but he seems to be content. Poland are ready. So are Argentina. And we are underway with round number 1. Poland versus Argentina. The Argentinian doing well in regaining his balance. And a cautious start from the two fighters that are seen by the right-hand side of the barrier. One of the Argentinian fighters on the ground. Two Argentinian fighters left standing, 4 Polish fighters, 5 Polish fighters still on the ground, on their feet. And one of the Polish fighters seems to have decided to take care of his Argentinian opponent. There's the stoppage. 4-0 for Poland.
Poland 4, Argentina 0. Poland wins.
So there's the confirmation. Poland 4, Argentina 0. That's the result of round number 1, and the Argentinians now getting ready for round 2. We'll see if we really will go that long. And one of the Polish fighters now running up to the Argentinians. Some talking to. And they're all coming up now, paying their respect, as one of the Argentinian fighters has been removed from the list now. So apparently it's going to be 3 versus 5. So Argentina versus Poland.
Argentinci už zbyli pouze 3. Mají toho plné zuby za celý den.
Ano,
ale jdou bojovat.
Ano, ty vidíš.
Big showing of respect there from Poland to Argentina, taking about 5 against 3, and they still go to battle. And a Polish fighter going to the ground. 2 Polish fighters on the ground. A third one has gone down too. So it's 2 against 2 now.
No ale teď to vypadá na vyrovnaný stav.
Ano.
2 Argentinci proti 2 Polákům.
Argentinský tank odolává polský.
And now 2 against 1. And he gets the takedown, and that's a win for Argentina. Absolutely unbelievable. Increíble.
Argentina 1, Poland 0. Argentina wins.
And the supporters are storming onto the list as if they just won the Battle of the Nations. Absolutely amazing.
It was unbelievable.
Poland starting the fight with a 2-man advantage, and still Argentina were able to take the victory in this round. Absolutely amazing, and that deserves huge, huge, huge respect. And apparently we're done and now ready to go. Argentina versus Poland. Both sides are ready, and off we go with round number 3 after a surprising second round upset win by the Argentinians. Poland starting the round with a 1-man advantage due to the fact that Argentina can only field 4 men anymore. And now the Polish fighters dealing out some damage, and here they end this quickly without prisoners. I think it was a 5-0 victory.
Poland 5, Argentina 0.
Yes, 5-0 victory.
Poland wins.
Poland making up for what they lost in round number 2. But huge respect to the Argentinian fighters.
Next
That was
fight,
amazing.
Mexico 1 versus France 2. Mexico 1, France 2, please come to the list.
Quite a difficult fight with Argentina. What happened in the second round with Poland? You were defeated. Why?
I think it's the concentration of our team. We thought we have to win, but it didn't happen.
So far in your group today, which team has been the most challenging?
Please come to the list. You have
Ukraine,
2
of course.
minutes to come to the list.
Why was it difficult?
Because they are the best of this group.
Thank you very much. We wish you good luck.
Je to takový malý velký muž.
Ano, Mexičané nejsou tak urostlí, ale dokáží velké věci. Teď budou bojovat proti Francii.
Ano. A podívejte se na toho Caparta, s jakou silou se pouští do svého soupeře. Řeše ho hlava nehlava, Otázka je, jestli Francouz to vůbec vnímá.
Teď se tam svalilo k zemi.
Ano, máme tu konec.
Stop!
Dva bojovníci a souboj.
A vítězí Francie.
Ano, vypadá to, že je konec. Francie vyhrává díky přesile.
Already on the ground.
Musíme počkat na oficiální verdikt naší sympatické kolegyně Anny.
Still some discussions with the marshals and the French fighters on the side of the list there. I'd love to hear what they're talking about.
Připomínáme pro diváky, kteří chtějí přijít i zítra a vidět další bitvu národů.
And as I predicted, a yellow card for one of the French fighters. Or apparently not.
Odstartují další bitvy.
Apparently not, just a talking to from the marshals there after striking to an opponent that was already on his way to the ground.
Mexico 0. France wins. Australia 1, Italy 3. Please prepare for the next fight. Australia 1, Italy 3. Please prepare for the next fight.
And here we go, Mexico versus France. Mexico are ready, France are ready. And we are good to go. Mexican fighter signaling, hey, come at me, I want to fight too. He gets what he deserves, he gets what he demands. French fighter teeing off at him. Mexican fighter on the ground. Mexican fighter taking a French fighter to the ground now. Numerical advantage for the French now.
Stop fight! Stop fight! France 4, Mexico 0. France wins.
And France take the win. 4-0 in round number 2.
Next fight, Australia 1 versus Italy 3.
So, is this the first year for Team Mexico at Battle of the Nations?
No, it's our second year, really.
Is it a popular kind of sport in Mexico and actually in Latin America?
No, in Mexico we are the first team practice at HMB, but we have many Mexicans interested in it. But it's an expensive sport, really.
What other difficulties do you have to overcome to become a fighter at Battle of the Nations?
It's very hard to fight with experimental teams. The guys in Europe are big and so strong, but we are braves.
Thank you very much. We wish you good luck.
Thank you.
Literally and figuratively. Australia first present at Battle of the Nations 2012 in persona of their then captain Kit Houston as a representative of the only forming team. By now they have become a force to be reckoned with, not in terms of winning the group or winning the Battle of the Nations itself, but in terms of winning quite a few fights, and they've done very well today so far. And just listen to the chants.
Italové stále bojují.
Stop fight!
And the fight is stopped. And that's a win for Australia.
Australia 4, Italy 0. Australia wins. Argentina 2, France 2. Please prepare for the next fight.
Australia have shown the Italians what I said before. They are a force to be reckoned with. Do not underestimate the guys from down under. Do not underestimate.
Druhé kolo mezi Austrálií a Itálií.
A Austrál tam teďka sametl se svým soupeřem.
Oh, and a hard shot to the back of the head of the Australian fighter. And look at Bryce Lightbody jumping around like a jumping bean. Oh, and he took a shot there from his own man. So he figures, oh, I'll take care of the other guy. 5 Australians still standing, only 2 Italians still on their feet. One of the Australian guys goes down there. He looks like he tripped over his own feet. And that's the stoppage. 3-0 for Australia.
Australia 3, Italy 0. Australia wins.
Italové odcházejí z tohoto boje poraženi.
Next fight, Argentina 2 versus
And Australia
France 2.
take yet another victory.
Please come to the list. Argentina 2, France 2. Please come to the list. Ukraine 1, Mexico 1. Please prepare. Teams, please come to the list as fast as possible, because there is getting darker.
And here we go, Argentina versus France. Argentina again with only 4 men. And you can see it's starting to get real dark down here.
A tam jsme viděli, jak italský borec naběhl do Argentince, který ale zůstal stát.
And not an easy start for the Argentinians, of course, being 1 man down from the very start. And now there are 2 fighters from the Argentina being battered by 4 fighters. And that's the stoppage.
Stop fight!
There's the end to this first round. And a pretty comprehensive victory from France over Argentina. 3-0 on the first round.
Ukraine 1, Mexico 1. Please prepare.
And these are now really tough conditions for the fighters. The sight under a helmet is limited anyway, but when it gets dark like it does now, it gets really, really hard to see what you're doing, to see where you're heading, and especially on this difficult ground, it gets hard to see where you're stepping. And here we are ready to go. 4 against 5, Argentina versus France. Argentina unable to field a full 5-man team due to injuries, but they have demanded from their opponents so far that they field a full 5-man team. And of course the other nations were gladly ready to oblige.
Na zemi už je pomalu první borec Argentiny.
And a very difficult fight for the Argentinians, and now that's it, that's the stoppage. 5-0. 5-0 victory for France over Argentina.
Argentina 0.
And that's a 2-0 win.
Ukraine 1, Mexico 1. Please come to the list. Ukraine 1, Mexico 1. Please come to the list.
Ano, Ukrajina je velkým favoritem tohoto duelu. Uvidíme, jak se s tím Mexičané vypořádají.
And here we go, Ukraine versus Mexico. And now there's apparently some confusion.
Ukrajinci si v zadní části berou opět pauzu na kávu.
Ano, dva Ukrajinci si vzali oddechový čas, ale jeden z nich
Mexican fighter signaling he doesn't know what's going on here. The Ukrainian fighters have resorted to stand in the back of the arena on their side of the list, not attacking the Mexican fighters who are closing in on them. I have literally no idea what's going on there right now.
Mexičané stále ve 4 proti 5 Ukrajincům, ale jeden Mexičan už odpadl, takže 3 proti 5 Ukrajincům.
And look at the Mexican. What are they doing? Just slugging away. Look at the Mexican taking shot after shot.
Ale pojďme bojovat, pánové.
Pojďme bojovat, kdo chce vidět boj.
Look at that. This is probably one of the weirdest fights I've ever seen in HMB. And I've seen a lot of them by now. Wow, look at that shot. They're exchanging, they're just shot after shot. Look at that. That almost looks like appreciation. I have absolutely no idea of what's going on here right now. It seems they're trying to prolong the fight. Oh, what a hard shot from the shield, and he goes down from that punch. And now they're back to where they were. Just you and me. That seems to be what the Mexican is saying. And now the marshal sending the Ukrainians to fight. And the Mexican seemingly confused. And he takes a shot from the back. And I have the impression this is somewhat disrespectful of all the present fighters and of all the fans up in the stands. This looks a lot like bullying, not like bohort fighting. Not the fight we wanted to see, certainly. And the fight now being interrupted, stopped by the marshals.
Mexico 0.
Ukraine 5, Mexico 0. But that's not worth any sort of applause, I'm afraid.
Next fight, Australia 1, Poland 3. Please prepare.
Harsh words now from the stands and from the marshals on the side of the list to the Ukrainian fighters. I think no one's pleased with what's gone down here right now.
A já si troufám tvrdit, že tentokrát Ukrajina na nic čekat nebude a bude chtít souboj co nejrychleji. Finish this fight as soon as possible.
Ukraine and Mexico lining up again. And here we go, Ukraine charging. And the marshal getting in the way almost. And that now is turning into a massacre, I'm afraid. And there's the stoppage already.
Stop fight.
That couldn't have gone any quicker. That's what the fans are here to see.
Ukraine 5, Mexico 0.
5-0 victory for the Ukrainians over the Mexicans. This is going to be the last rounds of today. Australia have had a very, very good day. At least Australia 1 has. And here we go, Poland versus Australia. And a Polish fighter already on the ground there. And he's absolutely disgusted with himself for having the Australian take him down so quickly. And another Polish fighter on the ground. And now they're up to par again. And I think that's the win for Poland in round number 1.
Poland 1, Australia 0.
First round win for Poland. Australia versus Poland, round number 2. And here we go. Should you be able to see it on the live stream, Australia in green and yellow, Poland in red. Should you not be able to see any colors on the live stream, Australians, that's the guys with a light pattern on the circode. And should you not be able to see anything, I can see a slight advantage now for the Australians. And now it's 1 against 1. And the Australian stumbles and goes to the ground.
Poland won, Australia 0.
And that's the decision. Poland wins the last fight of today, ladies and gentlemen. Poland wins, Australia loses. 2-0 victory for Poland. Now let's see if all fighters are okay. It looks as if no one is staying on the back.
Dear guests, we're waiting
And that
for
is
you
the end, ladies and
tomorrow
gentlemen.
at
That is the end of our broadcast from today.
10 a.m.
We continue tomorrow at 9 a.m. precisely in 12 hours. And until then, I wish you a pleasant evening. Thank you for tuning in. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.